Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs, and I have another Valentine project today. In this box, bag actually, that I made is a little pack of unicorn post-it notes, a unicorn little stamper, and some little hearts candies. I got the stamper from Target. It came in this pack and it had this little cardboard thing you could stick in, but I wanted a nicer thing. But I thought that these little stampers with the unicorn would go so cute with the Hippo Happiness stamp set. The post-it notes I got from Walmart on an end cap, and actually this is a half a pack. It came... I split it in half because I only bought one. You could buy a whole one if you wanted. It was $1. These were in the dollar spot also. So I got two of them by splitting it in half. All I did was I peeled it off and I put a piece of the basic white cardstock. I stuck it on and then I just trimmed around it on the one that's in here. And the heart candies I got from Dollar Tree. There is 20 of them in here, and I think it's cute. It's not too much candy for the little ones if you don't want them to have, but it's a little something. And they still have some of these there. They're running out of their Valentine stuff quick, and Easter's already in there. It's over a month away. Alrighty, so I used the Hippo Happiness stamp set and the Hippo and Friends dies. Lots of heart stamp set for the sentiment. And stitched shape dies for the circle. Layering circle dies for the scallop. And some brights 6x6 DSP for the paper. And the banners pick a punch just for this edge. And of course some resin hearts. Alrighty, so let's get started. And we need a piece of Coastal Cabana Cardstock that is 9.5 by 5 inches. And I'm going to get my Simply Score, and we're going to start on the 9.5 inch side. Okay, and we're going to score it at 1/2, 3 3/4, 5, and 8 1/4. And on the 5 inch side, we're just going to score it at 1 1/4. Okay, and we also need a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock. This is for the little banner. That is 4 3/4 inches by 2 inches. And we're going to score it on the long side at 3 1/2. And that's that for that piece. Okay, that's all our scoring. Now I'm going to fold and burnish. And this is what we want to do. Since it's a bag, we don't have to mess with anything on the top. Okay, so we're just going to take out this rectangle and wedge above it, and then just cut all these apart on the bottom. Alright, so let's start with our skinniest rectangle on the left-hand side with the smallest rectangle on the bottom. And we're going to get rid of that rectangle and wedge a little bit above it. Okie dokie. Now we're going to keep the sides of the rectangle straight and wedge the sides of the squares. Do this one. Oopsie, I forgot something. Alright, I forgot to do the lines here afterwards. Okay, so we'll just get, I will put the correct scoring directions on. Alright, so we need, I like to make the little score line on the back, on the sides, so that it will close nicely. So on these, we're going to be scoring only to the first to the score line down, okay, at 4 3/8. Okay, and then we'll move over and 8 7/8. Okay. So what you're going to do, since I made the error, is you're going to do all the scoring for the long side. Turn it to the short side, score the 1 1/4 inch this way. Turn it back, and then you're going to score at 4 3/8 and 8 7/8. I will put the directions below since I made that quite confusing. Alrighty. Now we need some tear and tape. And these, you can kind of fold them a little bit if you want, but we really don't have to. They'll take care of themselves for the most part. All right, so we're going to put some tear and tape on the long skinny rectangle. Okay, and just put it on its back, flip the side with the tear and tape over, and flip the other side to meet it. Okay, so now this is going to be the back since that's our seam. So we're going to put in the sides, put down the back, and this is the piece we want some more tear and tape on. And I'm only going to put one piece because it's pretty light, the stuff I'm putting in. If you're going to put in some heavier candy, put two strips. Okay, and just try to square it up the best you can and press it down. And you can go in and press it like that if you wish. All right, so that's our bag. Now we're going to mat it. And you need a piece of Melon Mambo that is 3 inches by 3 1/2, and a piece of the bright 6x6 Designer Series paper that is 2 7/8 by 3 3/8. And all of this will be on my blog. I will put my blog address below. I need some seal. And I'm just going to put this on the mat first. Flip it over, and then I'll attach the mat to the front of the bag. Alrighty, just make sure that's your front. And just put that nicely centered right there. Okay. Now for our banner, we can just fold that and burnish that score line back. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to go about 1/2 inch, maybe a little less, right at the middle. And then go from this corner to the top of where you cut, and then go to the other side and go to the top there. I think I just needed a little more here. And then this side. Okay. Now let's put our pad, our stamper, and our treats in there, and then just push with your pointer and squeeze with your thumb and middle finger, and that's how that goes. Now, we could use a clever clasp that are in the mini catalog right now, but they're kind of small for this project. I made it pretty wide, so I'm going to use these bulldog clips that I got. I think I got them on Amazon. Just going to put that right in the middle just like that. Okay, and we're done with the bag for now. Okay, alrighty. now we're going to do some stamping. So I need my Whisper White. And we start with the Blushing Bride stamp pad. And I'm going to do the biggest part of the body of the unicorn. Or the horse, I guess you could, if you didn't put the horn on them. Okay, so I'm going to try to line it up the best I can. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Alrighty. And then we need our Memento Black and the little face. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line up the nostrils. Yeah, and the rest kind of takes care of itself when you do that. Alrighty. And that's it for him, and I already cut one out for quickness, so that's that. And we need, I forgot, we need a unicorn horn, and that's what I use the Coastal Cabana ink for. Okay, and this, when you cut it out with the die, it really leaves a pretty large border, so I'm going to cut that out by hand. Okay, so that's our unicorn, right like that. Okay, and we will be gluing that on soon. Okay, another piece of stamping we need is, I just cut a long strip of 3/8 inch Whisper White, and we're going to use the Memento Black ink and a sentiment from the Many Hearts stamp set. Is that the dies? Lots of Hearts stamp set. And it says, "You are all heart." And I'm just going to go in about 1/4 inch. And you can also do this, excuse my head, you can also do that on a paper and then cut it down. Okay, now I need the Banner's Pick-a-Punch, and I'm going to do the pointy end. So the first one is pretty easy. I'm going to just turn it around, make sure it's centered pretty well. Okay, and then that's cut nicely. And then I'm just going to cut it with my scissors, and then I'm just going to take a Post-it note and put it on there, and then stick it in again. And make sure that it's nice and flush, nice and straight, centered. And there we have it. Okay, so that's all our stamping, and now we need, from the stitched circle dies, we need a 1 7/8 inch stitched circle, and from the layering circle dies, I have a 2-inch scallop. I'm just going to glue them together. There is a circle that fits like this in the layering circle dies, but I wanted the little stitching on there. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue my unicorn on. Ooh. Oh darn, that's all right. that. Just going to take a little wipey, wipe that off. All right, and then we need to put on, this is a little difficult. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on his horn. I can get any out without. Just a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to put this, some people put it behind, which is good too, but I'm just going to put it right between his ears on the top. Like that. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to, you could take this off. Now I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. I'm just going to put them back on. Alrighty. Okay, and now I'm going to take our sentiment and I'm just going to put a little edge of a dimensional in the middle and some liquid glue on the edges here. And I'm just going to put it down. Right in the middle, and then just hold down the sides a little bit. Just for a little bit so it takes. Okay, sorry if you couldn't see that. I had that close to me. Alrighty, now we're going to use some crinkled seam binding ribbon, and we're going to double it, and this is about 11 inches doubled, so 22 inches. You could just do a single or use a wider ribbon if you wanted to. All right, and I'm just going to cut it. Okay, and now we have our bow and we need a glue dot. I think I'm going to put it on that side. I'm just going to place it right on the knot on the back. And I'm just going to put it right in the middle of the clip. I got these clips on Amazon a while ago. I think they still have them though. All right, now we need a little bit of Wink of Stella on his unicorn horn. And some Resin Hearts Embellishments. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I would love it if you would subscribe and hit the like button if you liked this bag. And if you would like to buy any of these products, you can buy them from me at the address at the top of the screen, katherinetiemann.stampinup.net. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the time you spend here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.